Hey everyone, this is Minstrel Monk, and welcome to Astroneer. This is a great game. It's a survival game. You get to craft, you get to explore, and you also have kind of an end game goal, an ultimate objective that you're trying to reach. So there's a little bit for everyone. So I'm going to take you on a grand adventure as we're going to go through and unlock everything. We are going to start a new game. We are going to come and crash down onto a planet. Now, I've had the opportunity to play this game all the way through on my own. I've also played with my friends, and this is a new game, fresh start. So we are going to have a chance to walk through this together, and we are going to see what happens as we land on this planet. Okay, we're going to exit here. Okay, and for anyone who has not played Astroneer on their own before, I'm going to show you a couple of things just for when you first land. There is this landing pad and this thing that you can examine here. You want to go ahead and initialize this cargo drop. Get a few things to start with. You'll get an oxygenator and a medium printer, as well as a starting platform. So we're going to take this oxygenator and we're actually going to put it here in this shelter. This is not necessarily obvious if you haven't played the game before, so it can be helpful just to know this. And we're going to unpack it, and this lets you attach your tether lines, which gives you oxygen and power to your starting shelter so you can explore around. So that's helpful. And check something out real quick. Ooh, nice. So we're also going to take this medium printer and starting platform, and I'm just going to take a quick look, just kind of see where our door is in relationship to everything else. And I think just for now I'm going to put the table here and unpack it and put the printer here. Things are movable, so you can put stuff down and move it around later. So it is not a big deal where you decide to put things right at first. And I'm going to take this cable plug and hook this up. Now the two first resources you need are compound, which is this silvery dipping dot looking stuff, and resin, which is this stuff that looks like mac and cheese over here. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to pick up some resin right away. And the very first thing I am going to make is an oxygen filter. That's going to help keep my oxygen tank full right away so that I can not have to worry about my oxygen immediately. And then I'm going to pick up a little bit more resin, and I'm going to make a couple of small canisters. I'm going to make two. The small canisters let you pick up dirt while you are gathering these other resources. And you can make bridges, you can make ramps, you can flatten the ground, you can do all kinds of stuff with the dirt. So it's good to have canisters, and I generally like to kind of start out with two. I'm also going to hit these little research samples that are right here. I want to pick up as much research immediately as I can. I'm going to run over this way. Let's see how far I am from base. Okay. I don't really want to hit a lot of the compound that's right very next to my base. Oh look, we got an achievement because we researched a sample. I don't like picking up too much of the resources that are right literally on the base, because it makes big holes and it can be kind of hard to maneuver around and stuff later on. So I want to pick up this compound that's out here instead of right on the edge of my base. And I see my oxygen filters are about done. Pick up a little bit more of both of these resources, and that's all I can carry. And there's home over there. You can see the top oxygen bar at the top of my backpack is running out, so I am going to skedaddle back to my shelter so I don't die. Alright, here we go. Back home. Hook up to this. Okay. Now I'm going to kind of drop off these well, actually before I do that, I'm going to use my flatten tool here, and I'm going to kind of come off of this black almost asphalty looking stuff. If you get a little motion sick, you might want to turn your eyes away just a little. Sometimes you can get motion sick with this game, and it's not as bad when you're the one doing the swinging of the screen, but when someone else is doing the swinging of the screen, it can make you a little motion sick. So I'm going to take just a minute to kind of smooth out around the base just a little, so that I have a flat area on all sides of the base kind of coming out, so that I can put tables and equipment and everything down and not be all lopsided, because we all know how irritating it is to sit at a table and that one foot on the table just isn't on a flat surface, and it rocks and you just can't quite get it to sit properly. Alright, let's see, just a little bit more on this side. Let's get this side there like that. And okay, so we're done flattening. If you had to close your eyes, we're done with the really big swinging for the moment, and we'll do more later. I will try and warn you, but you'll pretty much be able to tell when I'm kind of trying to get our base flattened a little. Anytime that I'm making a lot of equipment, if the area isn't already flat, I'm gonna have to flatten it in order to put tables and whatnot down. Alright. And I'm going to keep one resin because I always want to be able to make an oxygen filter just in case. And let's see. I'm going to put my canisters on my gun over here. That just kind of keeps them out of the way. And I'm going to keep like those. Okay, so which way was I going? I can't. Was it this way that I originally went? Yes. And the reason I ask is I saw a medium wind turbine out where I was. There it is. And I want that. And a small battery. Yes, please. I will definitely take that. See if we can get back before I run out of oxygen. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. I know you can do it. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, well, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. We're not that far away. Oh, there's a kind of hole in the... Huh. Okay, I'm gonna flatten this out, guys. I don't know what happened over here. This somehow ended up not being flat in the middle, but ended up... There's a little area right in the middle there that was kind of odd. Alright. So, we need to build some tables and build some equipment. I'm going to bring up, this is our little catalog of things that we can build. There's different size printers up here. And the things that are blue are things that are unlocked. The things that are pink here are things that we don't have enough bytes to unlock. So we need to get bytes. 78, that's the research samples that I had unlocked. There is a table I would like to make with the medium printer. This large platform A is unlocked, but I would like to make this large platform B because it is cool and it has wings. And we all know wings are just better than things without wings. So I need a total of 500 bytes. So I need to find more of those little research samples. And a lot of times I would find them in the woods, and we don't seem to be right next to any woods. Am I well, there's mountains over there. Okay. The other place we can look is in caves. And actually, let me check and see what happens to be right here next to us. This looks like a very sad little launch pad. Somebody crash landed. Not quite as gracefully as we did. I'm going to take that tether bundle, because that could be helpful. And then we are going to see what's on here. Oh, there's a power cell. Oh, a floodlight. Well, that's kind of cool. Oh, and there's a little research sample right there. So the floodlight light is very nice, as you can see when it gets dark. It's helpful, and when you're spelunking in the caves, it can be helpful. I'm going to kind of put it there just because it will give a little bit light behind me. You can see lights up a little behind me, but not a whole lot. There are work lights that you can create in this game And we'll try and make one of those as quickly as possible so you guys can see what I'm doing when it is not nice daytime outside. But until then, we'll use the floodlight as much as we can to help. But we're going to go in search of some research samples, and I want to go this way first. I'm going to put some tethers down this way because we're gonna eventually tether out this way. If you all can see this beam over here in the sky, that is a very special thing that we are going to go explore, and we're going to want to go that direction soon. So that looks like it's a cave, but it doesn't go all the way down. We can dig down ourselves and make that into a cave if we want to. So that is certainly a possibility. Now these little research samples that I'm researching, those will replenish over time. So they will come back. I'm just going to run over here a little bit and see if there's any more on these little bushes here. Don't appear to be. Oh, well, okay. Let's see. I'm going to make an oxygen filter and come up in here because these are woods, like I was talking about. Ooh, hello, very deep cavern. I didn't realize we were actually sort of close to woods. I did not see that cavern until I was right next to it. It's a little scary. Here we go. Research samples. These often come in bunches, and they're often near each other. So the woods are often a very good place to find them. Oh, here's some more power cells. Let's see. But what caught my attention was, oh, there's graphite in there. Oh, and there is ammonium here. Okay, and there's sphalerite. All kinds of goodies here. So, I think probably the best thing to do is going to be, let's see. Some research items. And the trees, that'll be nice to have. Let's see. I definitely want to be careful running around here, though. Look at this. There's chasms all over the place. Not somewhere where you want to fall in. Okay, so I think maybe what we want to do is, uh-oh. Did we get turned around? I do that sometimes. Get myself a little bit lost. And we were trying really hard not to fall into chasms, so. Alright. I want to be able to see home somewhere. And my oxygen's low. Okay. But I see home. Okay, I was going to take the time to tether here, but I think right now I just need to worry about getting home. There was some resin in the hills, which I would have grabbed if I'd realized I was going to be in trouble. But for now, we are just going to run back to our shelter really quick. There we go. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Alright. Okay, we're good. Now, we're going to run back. It was that big ship you can kind of see from here that sort of clued me in that we might want to, check that out. So we're going to create a tether bundle. I'm using an Xbox controller, by the way. Even when I play on my computer, I use an Xbox controller. For those who don't know, and let me drop my power cells off at home. I don't want to drain them for unnecessary reasons. So I'm going to drop these power cells off here, and I can show you actually with this floodlight. So on the D-pad, if you press down on the D-pad, the tethers will come off. But if you put them on your shoulder, so anything that's on your shoulder, let me come up here. Your bumper buttons, your left bumper button will activate, I guess you can say, whatever is on your left shoulder, and your right bumper button will activate whatever is on your right shoulder. So I can hit my right bumper button and it turns the light on and off. So that works for anything like generators and your tethers and all kinds of stuff. So it's really great to be able to use that functionality, but not everybody who plays with controllers realizes that it works that way. So that's just helpful. Oh, I don't want to run into the chasm. And one of the nice things with creating these tethers is that if your, here we go, my left shoulder, you can see is empty. There's nothing on it. So if I create a tether bundle, it is automatically going to put it on that left shoulder, because it's going to assume that you want a tether line on a shoulder slot so that you have the ease of putting it down. So you can kind of run along and easily just hit your bumper button as you go to get the tether line down on the ground as you're running. Now that won't work when you have your gun out. Hitting the left bumper button changes the type of terrain tool you're using, but that is when you can use the down pad, the down on the D-pad, to use your to get your tethers down. So that's just a little tip for people who use controllers. Alright, let's get some more of these research samples. We need a total of 500. We are almost there. And we're going to get a few more of these research samples here. Let's see, there's more woods here that we can look at and see if we can find our needed 500 bytes. So we're going to come in here. Let's see. Oh, some here. There's some here. We are very, very close now. Let's see. Research sample. Oh, there's some over there. Alright. Oh, and there's a lot of ammonium. So ammonium, these kind of look like chiclets. And I realize that almost all of my descriptions of these things early on are all food related. And I promise it's not because I'm hungry. It's just that's what they look like to me. You've got your Dippin' Dots, you've got your mac and cheese, and you've got your chiclets. So I am going to actually bring this tether line over this way just a little bit, over towards, oh, come on tether, behave, over towards the ammonium that I just saw on the ground a second ago. Oh, there it is. Because I'm going to want lots of that resource as we go. And so that'll be nice. Now, I think that beam in the air was on the other side maybe of this hill. I don't want to get too far away from my tether line because I would prefer not to run out of oxygen. Whoop! I almost fell into that cave. The perils of playing Astroneer. You can die by falling into caves. Alright, so we want to check and see if I can see that. Oh! The beam was like right over us. That's why I couldn't see it anymore. Look at that! Isn't this cool? Oh, I'm gonna run out of oxygen. Let's not look at how cool it is. Let's pick up some resin because I need an oxygen filter. Okay. Alright. Now we have an oxygen filter. I can take just a minute to put a couple tethers down. Here we go. Alright. Let's go. We're going to go take a look at this really cool thing now. Whoops. There we go. Tether bundle. Go ahead and pick up a little bit more research. Now, we still will need to find a cave and whatnot, but here we go. Alright. Here we go. Oh. It's a... hello, cave entrance. Not, you know, we want a cave entrance close to home. But, yeah. Alright. Oh, hello, achievement. Shapes and other shapes. We found a gateway chamber. Okay, cool. Oh. And I'm going to slide down here. This thing is just so cool looking. This is a lot of fun, guys. This is gonna be fun. Ooh, listen to the music. Isn't that cool? Oh, there's graphite over there. And what I saw right up here was some copper, I believe, or malachite. I need to be careful. Oh dear, that was a bit of a hard fall. You can see the dark gray stone is a little harder to dig through. So it is you can get drill bits later on that help you dig through the harder rock. So that's a thing. But right now I just want one piece, there we go, of malachite. That will allow me to make copper, which is what we need to make work lights. So I want to be able to make a work light for you guys, to be able to see what I'm doing. And now I can't see where I am. Oh, I can see home though. But I do kind of need my oxygen line for getting there. There it is. Whee! Okay, so we are going to go head back home, and we've gotten our 500 bites, I'm sure, by now. But we're going to head home, back to our shelter. Wasn't that fun, going and seeing a big purple? That's a cool looking thing. Alright, so we are heading back. We're going to use our bites that we found to unlock that table. Woo! That's the cave that is not a cave. Alright, so we're going to come up in here and save our game. Always save, always save, always save. And that is where we are going to stop our first episode. Thanks for coming out, and I hope to see you all in our next episode of Astroneer.